Our AI unfolds in heavy, relentless sheets. It drums on the rusted corrugated iron roof of a decaying barn, nestled in a forgotten field overgrown with skeletal weeds. The camera, mounted low, pushes slowly through the mud. Each step is a suction pull. We see discarded, rusted farm equipment half sunk into the earth. We arrive at the barn's gaping entrance. Darkness yawns from within. Asterisk, distant thunder, the groan of wind through broken wood. The camera pushes into the gloom. Light from the dying day slices and through broken slats, illuminating swirling dust and drifting cobwebs. And there, in the center, under a shroud, a large, low shape is covered by a heavy canvas tarp. It is stained with black mildew and green moss. Water drips steadily from a sagging fold into a rusted bucket below. A figure steps in the frame, just their legs and hands. They are wearing worn work boots and oil-stained jeans. These hands are not delicate. They are the hands of a mechanic, scarred and capable. One hand reaches out. The fingers brush the rough, wet canvas. They trace a hidden contour beneath a long, low hood, a steeply raked windshield. The hand fits the corner of the tarp, takes a purchase, and yanks. The tarp tears free with a gritty, wet rip, billowing dust into the light. Asterisk, then absolute silence, save for the patter of rain. Asterisk, the car. It is a horrific, beautiful ruin. This is the 1950 from Mercedes-Benz W196 R Streamliner. The body, designed to cheat the wind, is now a landscape of devastation. The aluminum skin, once mirror bright, is a patchwork of cancerous white oxide and blistering, faded red primer. A thick, organic grime coats every surface, dripping like tar. A vibrant green vine has thrust through the famous vertical bar grill, its tendrils wrapping around a headlight bucket, shattering the glass. The cockpit is a black hole filled with decomposed leaves and the feathery skeletons of bird nests. The tires are flat, the rubber petrified and cracked into 1,000 fissures. This isn't a barn find. It is an open coffin. The figure's hand enters frame again. It holds a rag. With deliberate, almost reverent pressure, it wipes a palm-sized circle on the center of the grill. Grime gives way. Beneath is a three-pointed star. Tarnished, but unbroken, the hand pulls back. A drop of water falls from the figure's finger, landing with a soft tap on the emblem. The car is now in a stark, clean warehouse under blinding leadwork lights. The scale of its decay is even more shocking under clinical examination. The beautiful, thin-rimmed wheel is wrapped in what was once glove-soft leather. Now, it is a shredded, brittle crust. Mouse teeth have carved intricate patterns into the rim. A single, perfectly preserved acorn rests in the horn button. The streamline. Cowling is removed. The space is not empty. It is a solid, geological cast of compacted leaves, twigs, mud, and the delicate, lace-like bones of 100 small creatures. A technician picks at it with dental tools and a soft brush, excavating the engine beneath. A filled line is cut. What emerges is not liquid. It is a black, viscous, smell-o-vision paste that plops slowly into the pan. It is the petrol of 1965 turned to asphalt. The straight-eight engine, a masterpiece of magnesium alloy and polished steel, is now a monolith of corrosion. It is hoisted from the chassis and placed on a stand. The lead restorer, we see only his hands and hear his voice, attaches a 4-foot-long cheater bar to the crankshaft pulley bolt. This is the verdict. If this crank is frozen, welded solid by time, the soul of this car is gone. We're just polishing a gravestone. He leans, his full weight onto the bar. The muscles in his forearms cord. Nothing moves. He applies penetrating oil, letting it seep for a full 48 hours, shown in a beautiful, golden hour time lapse. He returns, places his weight again. Silence. Then a low, bass pop from within the block. The crank shudders. It moves. 1 degree, 5 degrees, a full, stiff quarter rotation. A cascade of rust particles, like black sand, pours from the bell housing onto the floor. Hello, the beautiful, wine-sculpted body panels are removed. They are not just dented. They are held up to the light. It looked like a starry night. Dozens of tiny pinpricks of light shine through micro perforations, from rust eating from the inside out. A metal craftsman goes to work. This is not welding. He uses a tiny, high-speed cutter to remove a rusted section, leaving a complex, jagged hole. He then hand-shapes a new piece of aluminum over an English wheel, hammering it for hours over a sandbag. until its compound curve is a perfect, seamless match for the hole. He TIG welds it in, the bead so fine it looks like a drawn pencil line. He then planishes it smooth. The repair is invisible. Asterisk, we are not erasing its history. We are healing its wounds. Every scar we save is a chapter it gets to keep. Asterisk, the space frame chassis is sandblasted. Under the grime, it is not pristine. In one rail, there is a fatigue crack from a long ago impact. It is carefully welded, reinforced, but not hidden. The repair is documented, honored. Asterisk, this is a ballet of precision. The block is thermally cleaned, leaving it a raw, crystalline gray. It is machined, bored, honed, decked. Asterisk, the crankshaft is reground. Its journals polished to a mirror finish. Asterisk, new pistons, exact replicas, are fitted with a satisfying, oiled asterisk SHOOSH asterisk the desmodromic valve train, a mechanical marvel that uses cams to close the valves, not springs, is assembled. Each rocker arm, each cam follower is a jewel. Asterisk, the mechanical fuel injection pump, a maze of plungers and barrels, is rebuilt on a spotless white cloth. One speck of dirt means failure. Every part is weighed, measured, balanced. The engine rebuild is not repair, it is a ritual. The car is reassembled. It sits in the middle of the shop, gleaming under the lights. It is breathtaking. The silver paint is deep, not glossy, holding light within it like liquid metal. The leather is rich and supple. It looks alive even when still. A hush falls. The restorer slides into the cockpit. The new old leather creaks. He primes the mechanical fuel pump. He turns the key. The starter motor whines. The engine coughs a dry, pathetic gasp. Silence. He tries again. Cough. Sputter. A gunshot asterisk backfire asterisk from the exhaust that makes everyone flinch. A red oil pressure light glows on the dash. His face, seen in the rearview mirror, falls. The fear is palpable. He closes his eyes. A mechanic raises the rear hood, checks a sensor, gives a thumbs up, asterisk taking a deep, steady breath once more. He presses the button. The starter whine. Asterisk, a ragged, deafening, asterisk, glorious roar, asterisk, erupts. It is not smooth. It is a violent, shattering, metallic scream. Blue oil smoke billows in a cloud, filling the shop with the scent of heat and new ring seating. The entire car trembles with pent-up power. The engine hunts, races, stumbles, and then finds its voice, a solid hammering, asterisk, idle, asterisk. The exhaust headers begin to glow a faint, then a fierce, cherry red. The sound is pure, mechanical fury, contained in control. In the mirror, the restorer's eyes are wide. A smile, born of pure relief and triumph, breaks across his face. He doesn't cheer. He just listens. Tears the engine makes, a hand resting on the gear shift. Asterisk, the setting is an empty, dewy airfield at first light. The sky is a watercolor of pale blue and peach. The Mercedes is inside a simple, closed garage. The restorer walks to the wall and presses a button. The garage door begins to rumble upward. A blade of brilliant, horizontal dawn light cuts across the dark floor. It hits the front tire, turning the tread silver. It climbs the voluptuous front fender. It ignites the three-pointed star, making it blaze. The door finishes its climb. The car is fully revealed, poised at the threshold. Against the vast, empty tarmac, it looks less like a car and more like a sculpture of motion. The cool dawn light flows over its liquid silver curves. The restorer gets in. The door closes with a soft, precise asterisk, thunk, asterisk, dot a pause. The engine fires instantly, a crisp, healthy, asterisk, bark, asterisk. It idles smoothly, a contented purr. The car rolls forward, out of the shadow of the garage and into the full glory of the dawn. It moves silently, a ghost on its original, period-correct tires. Then, on the long runway, it accelerates. Asterisk, the camera is low, in the grass as the car passes. We see the independent suspension work, the dampers absorbing a bump with elegant silence. A chase camera follows. The engine note rises from a burble to a screamer high, piercing, mechanical YAL that is the literal sound of the 1950s. It is terrifying and beautiful. Inside the cockpit, the restorer's hands on the wheel, the gauge is alive. The world a blur through the curved windshield. The car brakes, slows, turns, and comes to stop back at the garage. The engine is switched off. Asterisk sound, the rapid, Metallic ticking of the cooling engine, the gentle ping of contracting exhaust headers, a single bird calling. The restorer gets out. He doesn't look at the camera. He walks to the front of the car and places his bare hand flat on the silver nose. It is warm. He closes his eyes, feeling the last vibrations of life fade into stillness. He stands there for a full 30 seconds, connected to the machine. Then, he steps back. He looks at the car along, slow gaze from its pointed nose, over its flowing flanks to its tapered tail. A faint, profound smile touches his lips. It is the smile of a job finished, a promise kept, a ghost laid to rest. He turns and walks slowly back into the dark garage, not looking back. The camera holds on the Mercedes-Benz W196 R. It sits in the perfect, still dawn, steam gently rising from its hood. No longer a rotting corpse in the field, no longer a disassembled puzzle on a shop floor. It is whole. It is awake. It is a silver arrow once more. Asterisk fans felt betrayed. Mitsubishi felt cornered. Both were right. Now, here's the part that might sting, or give you hope. In late 2025, publications like Road and Trek reported comments from senior Mitsubishi engineering leadership. The sentiment, reviving the Lancer evolution, is a personal dream. Let me be painfully clear. This is not a confirmation. There is no official plan, no prototype. But it tells us the idea isn't dead inside the building. It's in hibernation, waiting for the right moment, the right business case. In a world dominated by electrons, Host finally pulls the cover off his car. It's a pristine, classic Evo VI. He doesn't get in. He just looks at it. So maybe the Evo didn't die. Maybe it got paused by reality. And if it ever comes back, it won't be because of nostalgia. It'll be because Mitsubishi figures out how to make rally-bred performance mean something in the world we actually live in now. So I've got one final question for you. It's the real one. If Mitsubishi brought back the Evo badge, but it was an electrified, possibly SUV-shaped performance machine, would you accept it? Is the spirit in the badge, or is a real Evo only a turbocharged, manual, rally-bred sedan? He taps the roof of the Evo twice. A goodbye. Let me know in the comments. And if you want more real stories about legends that the world left behind, subscribe. We have a lot more autopsies to perform.